Today I'm going to show you how I built a wood PC, but not that one. I built that months ago, it worked great, so naturally I got sick of it, and built this one. Way better, I'm sure you'll agree. Like any good idea, it started with a doodle. One point where I wanted to diverge from the previous build was to use a metal chassis inside to make it a little more durable and modular for the long term. And for that, we'll start by murdering this old PC. The first part was simple enough. Measure twice, cut a whole bunch of times, slap it together in the shape of a box. For the front panel though, I wanted it to be pretty special and play up that whole cello aspect with a hand-carved arch to it. Sounds fun, right? It wasn't. Glued it all up, did a test fit of the fan, and then it was time to carve the F-holes, which actually was kind of fun. And then it was time to make it pretty, which was definitely fun. Don't you love stain? Now we've gone from box to pretty box, and the only front control to worry about is the power switch, since a bunch of USB ports wouldn't do much for the aesthetics here. While hunting for components, I picked up an RX 5700 at a great price. And at 12.5 inches long, the damn thing wouldn't fit. So tragically, I had to build another. Installing everything went like any other PC build, and I made do with a slightly less exciting RX 580 instead, which is fine, because realistically, I'll be using it to play the original 98 StarCraft anyway.
You must construct additional pylons.
And for the data, I cloned my previous hard drive to a 1TB SSD and just plunked it in. No drivers change or anything. And I know Windows 10 gets a lot of flack, but I gotta give them credit. It worked flawlessly and saved me hours of reinstalling apps and plugins. So, yeah, that's the gist of it. Like my previous wood PC, temps have been fine, but not amazing, which is remarkable because I still don't have an exhaust fan to install in it, and thermals have still been well within the realm of sanity. And just as importantly, it runs very quiet, which is phenomenal because one of its main purposes is music production. And best of all, the total cost for this project came out to about $30, switch and fans included, which is really hard to beat. So if you're handy with woodworking and looking for something a bit more personalized, I definitely recommend giving this a go. And I'd love to see pics of any builds if you've already given it a try.